Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. It is Thursday, late afternoon, early evening. I just finished work. Sherri just finished work. She is on her way home. You guys will get to see her in just a few minutes. Have a few plans tonight. I actually have a board meeting for work, but have to make dinner before then for Sherri and I. I already know what I'm gonna make. I already got everything for it. It'll be super duper easy. We'll check in with her, see how her day was in just a few minutes, and just bring you guys along for whatever this Thursday evening holds for us. Let's go find Missy, because I have not seen her most of today. Missy girl, how are you doing? Okay, good talk. Some of you have asked how it went with the new girl we had who came and took care of Missy while we were gone on our cruise. It was amazing. We found her on Rover, and it, honestly, absolutely the best. In fact, she was so good with Missy. So normally when we leave town for like 1 day or 2 days, we don't have anybody come check on Missy. We just give her extra food, give her extra water, make sure her litter box is all clean before we go. She's pretty good for like 2 or 3 days by herself. Cats are pretty low maintenance, which is one of the reasons that we love them. But she was so good with Missy on our longer trip, the cruise, that when we were just in Denali last weekend, even though we were only gone for 2 days, we still had her come by every single day and check on Missy, just spend time with her, brush her, be with her. So I think Missy has a new friend for sure. Apparently Missy absolutely loves her. So that has been going really well. For those of you with pets, isn't it just a peace of mind knowing that there's somebody who loves and is caring for and taking care of your pets while you are away? It is just, I don't know, it's just a peace of mind while you're away, something else at home that you don't really have to be worried about. I do have a load of laundry that is finished. Mostly my clothes, a few of Sherri's clothes, but I'm going to try to get these put away, at least my stuff, before Sherri gets home so that laundry is all finished. All right, laundry time. And just like that, laundry is done. I folded Sherri's t-shirt. She just has a pair of socks. A couple things there, obviously. Most of that load was mine. But it is done, and that was the goal. Actually, I'm looking around the room. We have no dirty laundry except for like what we're wearing, which is super nice. For dinner tonight, I wanted something, honestly, that was pretty quick. I have to leave probably 20 minutes after Sherri gets home. So I wanted something that can be ready when she gets here that we can eat together, and then I will take off and she will have a couple of hours of resting and reading time. And so when I was thinking about what we had in our fridge, I remember that we had this, like this steak, these steak pieces from Costco that we got recently. And we bought them for something, didn't use them for that, and so they just been in our fridge. And I was like, I have the perfect idea for dinner, let me show you. We are doing blue cheese steak salad. So you can see we got lettuce. This is the steak that I cut up. We've got some hard-boiled eggs I cut up, onions, tomatoes, blue cheese crumbles, and then this Lighthouse original blue cheese dressing and dip that is my absolute favorite. So I think this is going to be good. It's going to be super simple. It uses, actually we had everything here except for lettuce and onions. So it'll use a bunch of stuff we had in our fridge and needed to use. Now we're just going to wait for Sherri to get home. Should be any minute now. Then we will assemble our salads and have dinner before I've got to take off. Look who's home.
Hi.
Hi, how was work today?
Good.
Is your brain numb?
Yes.
You are working on a tedious, is that the right word? Project?
Monotonous?
Monotonous. Probably a better word than tedious.
Yeah.
But
you got it done.
Wait, you got the whole project done?
Yeah.
Whoa. Very impressed.
Thanks.
All right, now that Sherri's home, we can assemble our dinners. The only difference between Sherri and I is that she does tomatoes on hers. I'm normally not a tomato fan. Every now and then I do like them on maybe a burger or a sandwich, but almost never a salad. Which actually does work out well, because then when I get tomatoes on my salad, you get them. And the other way, whenever you get olives on your salad, I get those. Works out perfect. Mm-hmm. Salad is done. Oh my gosh. That was so simple, so easy. This actually is one of our favorite salads to get like when we go out to eat. And I don't know why we don't make them more at home. All right, dinner's done. Sherri, I have to go.
All right, I love you.
I love you. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Bye. favorite.
You're my favorite, bye.
Bye.
All right, well, I've arrived where the board meeting's going to be. Should take a couple of hours. I don't think it's going to go too late. There are some things I want to show you at home a little bit later. I think you guys will laugh at this. Sherri has concocted a way to make our bedroom as dark as possible during these light summer months, and it was so funny watching her do it this past weekend. And so I want to show you guys tonight as she seals up the bedroom to go to sleep. I'll show you that a little bit later. Our board meeting tonight is at, so I talked about in a recent vlog how our nonprofit here in Anchorage is working to open a coffee shop, fingers crossed, where we can do a few things. First of all, we can provide job skills, job training programs for those who have been victimized, those who are marginalized, survivors of trafficking, youth who are at risk, that kind of stuff here in Anchorage. Also, obviously, provide revenue for the nonprofit, just provide a cool coffee shop space that is safe, where we can provide trauma-informed employment, all of that kind of stuff. So that is, as with any building project, we're experiencing hurdles and road bumps and all of that kind of stuff, but it is moving forward. And our board meeting tonight is actually in the space. So I'm gonna go in and see how things are going. I'm here about a half an hour early just to get stuff set up. So let's go inside. I do wanna show you a little bit, just a little peek of the space as it's under construction. All right, so here is the space. You can see still very much under construction. Our coffee bar will be here, kind of wrapped that way. So when you come in, you will see like the kind of the display shelf, the pastry shelf here. There'll be a really cool coffee bar there. Table, we'll have a whole bunch of seating all over there. I don't know if it's gonna show up, but down here, like we have a whole bunch of the furniture. There's just like the super funky teal couch. There's these super funky like orange chairs back there. We have a stage over here where we'll be able to do all ages shows, basically be an all ages music venue. Again, coffee shop, stage. There'll be a huge kids wall along that back. It's like a Lego wall. So if parents are here having coffee with friends, there's a spot for kids as well. It just got really blurry. Okay, that's better. There'll be a spot for kids as well. And then seating area back over here. And I know it's super dark, but this space back here, a local coffee roaster is actually moving their operations into our building. So beans will actually be roasted on site as well, which is pretty darn cool. So there you go. There's our space. Hopefully you all will get to see it when it's finished and it's an actual coffee shop, not just a construction site. It's actually a really big space. Again, we can do music shows in here, poetry slams in here, art shows in here. The space allows us to do so much. Obviously, the mission, as I said earlier, is to be able to raise funds to support the work of the nonprofit, the work we do with survivors of trafficking, youth who are at risk. Also to be able to provide job training skills to those in our community who have been victimized, those who are vulnerable and marginalized. I'm so excited about it because for me, I love a good cup of coffee. I love things that have a mission to them. And so to be able to combine both of those right here in my city, very excited about that. So more updates on this project as it happens. But when I talked about it in a vlog a little while ago, a lot of you guys had questions. So here's the space. Well, it will look better next time you see it, I promise. I'm home. Look how cute this one is.
Welcome home.
What did you do while I was board meeting?
I finished my book.
How strange. What book did you finish?
I finished If the Shoe Fits.
Oh.
It was very cute. It's a Cinderella retelling.
Oh. Mm-hmm. We do need to have a book conversation. Actually, technically, we need to have 2 book conversations.
Okay.
First of all, big news today. New Hunger Games book.
Yes.
So it is the story of Haymitch.
Yes.
Which is he's one of the characters that
Love him.
that I'm so glad we get more of his story.
Me too. I'm very excited. Like, there's obviously like glimpses of his past.
Yep.
In the original Hunger Games trilogy, but oh gosh, I'm very excited for this book.
So when does it come out?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, actually. But very excited about it.
Very excited.
Next book thing. Let's talk about our weekend plans, because we have quite the weekend.
Yeah.
So this weekend is the Renaissance Fair in Anchorage. It's the last weekend of the Ren Fair.
Yes.
So we're gonna go.
Yes.
We have a memorial service, a funeral on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then on Saturday, also along with the Ren Fair, there's something really exciting.
Yes, there's a new bookstore opening in town.
And it's not like any normal bookstore.
No, it's romance only.
This has become a thing around the country, and you and I have talked about this. I had no clue.
It's a thing. It's a whole thing. I've actually even read a book about a girl who owned a bookstore and, like, transitioned it into romance only.
So
because it's a thing.
It's called Beauty in the Book.
Yeah.
And their grand opening is Saturday. We're going to go to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've been watching their Instagram stuff. One thing that's cool is that they have a few different rooms. Mm-hmm. And the back room, I think it's the back room, it looks like it's all black because that's where they keep their dark romances.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And have you seen their merch?
I don't think I have.
It's very exciting. I might need to get a sweatshirt.
Oh, gosh. So, we're going to a new bookstore in Anchorage this weekend.
Yes.
This is one of those bookstores that I'm going to carry your books. I fully understand.
You're going to be my Sherpa.
Yep, I'm your romance book Sherpa.
There's part of me that's like, do you need to go? But then yes, because you're going to need to carry my books.
If you want to go by yourself, I'll keep your credit card. I'm just kidding.
Well, that would be the thing. Is like, if you go, then I feel like I'm going to be limited.
Have I ever
judged?
Have I ever limited you for books?
No, you have not. Never once. But I feel bad.
You self-limit?
Yeah, I self-limit.
You feel bad. You're so funny.
Yeah.
So exciting weekend with those things. We also have dinner with friends Friday night. Mm-hmm. There's a music festival in Anchorage this weekend, the Sundown Music Festival. I may try to go late tomorrow night or Saturday. Tomorrow night, Diplo.
That's Friday night.
Tomorrow night is Friday night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might try to go Friday night and or Saturday. Mm-hmm. Friday night, Diplo's the headliner. Big Diplo fan. Sherri, not at all. So I fully know I will be going by myself. And then Paul Russell, one of his songs is like the catchiest earworm ever. And so I think it'd be fun to see him. And then Saturday night is Chelsea Cutler, who I really love. She's kind of an up-and-coming artist.
I do love her.
She's great. And then Portugal the Man is the headliner that night. Portugal the Man blew up with their song Feel It Still several years ago. They're actually from Alaska. Mm-hmm. And we went, actually, fun fact, when they had their like homecoming concert at the arena here after they blew up. This was like their coming back to Alaska show after they became famous. We got to go actually in a suite.
Yeah, I was going to say in like a private like box.
And it was so cool because it felt like to get to be there on such a special night, their coming home show after making it big. But this is, I think, their first festival show in Alaska. So if the weather's nice, I don't have tickets, but I may grab a ticket and just kind of go by myself. I love live music. I love festivals. I love crowds of people and all of the things that Sherri mostly hates.
I will listen to Chelsea Cutler, but I probably not live because I don't want crowds.
Right, and so you'll like listen to her music because you love her stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see if I end up going out there. So it will be a busy weekend. I feel like we have a lot on our plate. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to get laundry done earlier and get dishes done and just kind of get stuff done going into the weekend.
Yeah. So
that if we don't do a single thing productive around the house, it still looks okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I was talking about having everything done around the house for the weekend, I realized I did not load the dishwasher from the dishes for dinner. So, going to do that now, because these are still dirty, and I've only got a few things to load. That was easy. Look at that, all done. The air fryer stuff is in the dishwasher, so that will get put together in the morning when this is done. Now, since we are both working from home tomorrow, I'm going to get our coffee ready for the day. I always like days when we both get to work from home. Just kind of get up, get our coffee going. Coffee, good to go. I got all the water ready, just got to push a button. Grounds are in there, so that will be quick and easy. Now, I want to tell you about these. So it's a loaf of focaccia bread of, Italian herb focaccia, and a loaf of sourdough bread. As we were driving home from the Princess Lodge in Denali this last weekend, we were driving through Trapper Creek, the town I was raised in. And right along the roadside, there's this teal hutch and some teal signs that basically say, pay with the honor system, fresh baked sourdough bread. Now, there's no way I'm not stopping. And so we passed it and I was like, nope, turned around and went back. And it's this lady, I think her name is, hold on, I think it's on here. She called Renee's. So her name is Renee. And what she does, she has a baking business there in Trapper Creek. And one of the things she does, I think just during the summer season when there's a lot of people on the road, is she has this blue hutch out next to the road that has fresh baked loaves of sourdough, focaccia. She had scones. I guess she has lots of other things, bagels sometime. And they're all priced. So the loaf of focaccia was $10. $5 for the sourdough. I think the scones were $3. And there's like a tin can you can put cash in. She also has like her Venmo and other like ways to pay digitally. And so you just like take what you want and then on her system pay her. And I've got to say, her sourdough bread is amazing. The focaccia is amazing. The scone was amazing. In fact, we are going, well, we haven't told you this, we're actually going up to the Mount McKinley Princess Lodge, which is just outside of Trapper Creek, for a stay here in just a couple weekends. We just booked it recently, so we're going up there just for another little princess weekend getaway to yet another lodge. And one of the things I'm so excited about for that weekend, stopping back at Renee's and buying more roadside fresh baked goods. But I was thinking about this the other day, because to me, I have no problem buying something from a random roadside hutch. Now, I know when I say that, it sounds very sketch, but it's really not. And like the thought that it wouldn't be good never even crossed my mind. Is that weird for some of you? How many of you are like me and you're like, absolutely, I'm going to Venmo this random lady and buy roadside sourdough? I will say, if you're ever traveling the Parks Highway and you see the teal sourdough hutch business, stop and get some food. It's great. So I wanted to step outside real quick and show you guys something because our tree is starting to bloom. Look at that. It's getting some of its flowers on there. So that's super fun. I always love when it blooms. It's just so beautiful when the whole tree is pink. So that is happening soon. And also, you guys look over here. Because right here, our peonies are coming up. Look at that peony there. You can see it over here as well. And then we have another peony plant over there. Now, obviously there's lots and lots of weeds that I need to weed. But this is very exciting. And you know what? We're not even going to talk about this one. Our irises look great. They'll probably bloom soon. But look at all of the rest of the weeds. Ugh. I need to spend some time out here this weekend cleaning this up. Missy girl, if I could just teach you how to weed the garden, it would be perfect. You could spend your home all day anyway. You could spend your time outside. You could weed the garden. It'd be so beautiful. All right, Sherri, it's time to show them something that you built that I'm so impressed by.
With my bare hands.
With your bare hands. So it's no surprise, people who watch the channel, you are a very sensitive sleeper.
Very light sleeper.
You are very sensitive to noise. You're very sensitive to light.
Yes.
So in our bedroom, we have kind of 2 layers of things to block out the light.
Because our windows are west facing.
So the sun
doesn't set until
super
almost 11 right now.
Right. And so very light all night long. Here's the problem, you guys. Even when we pull down this, you can see there's still a little bit of light that comes by. And so even when we close this, to me it's totally fine. But what do you see?
Light around the edges.
So this is what it looked like at 10:17 p.m. with our like pull down shade as well as the curtains closed.
You can see the light coming through the top and the side.
So that doesn't really work for you.
And it's all the way down. I mean, this is just one corner, obviously, but it's like the whole length of it on 3 sides.
So you could, and you do, wear your eye mask.
I do. Especially on really sunny nights.
However, you were searching for a solution. Now, most people in Alaska, just so you guys know, this is an Alaska hack. Aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil. The thing is, I mean, that, like, a layer of that over the windows blocks out 100% of the light.
Instant dark.
However,
Yep.
then you have to take it off in the morning because Adam has all of his plants everywhere.
Well, and I also don't want to be a vampire who just lives in the dark all day.
I do, but Adam doesn't. So we open up our curtains every morning.
Let the light in. Let the birds sing.
Yes, dear. And so we don't want to just put aluminum foil and then have to take it down and put it back up and take it down. Like, it's a pain to put it up there. So, like, once it's up there,
because you tape it on the window.
Stained.
That's the thing, is that once people put aluminum foil on the window, they put it on for the whole summer.
Right. It doesn't come down until, like, October.
Right.
So I came up with a solution.
And you've used it for a couple nights now.
Last night was the first night, but I think that it worked. No, second night.
Yep.
Yeah, it did. It works pretty well.
Are you happy with it?
I am.
It looks really janky.
It sure does.
But it works. All right, show us your concoction. Show us what you made here. So we're going to open this up. We're going to open up the window.
Okay, so here's what I did.
Okay.
I bought foam core.
Yep.
And I bought 4 pieces. I think that I need a 5th.
Oh, gosh.
But it's okay. I bought 4 pieces because I figured 3, and then I had to cut up 1 and tape it.
Because the foam core wasn't big enough.
Right. So, it wasn't quite tall enough.
Okay, so what do you do?
I just sit it, and it pushes all the way into the corner.
Okay.
So with this, like, all the way around, it actually creates this little, and then it's very attractive.
Yeah, this is great. I'm sure our neighbors love us.
Uh-huh. Listen, it's better than aluminum foil.
That's a very good point. Well, what's so funny about Alaska is that you will see, like, a multi-million-dollar home with aluminum foil.
That's the thing, is, like, we've gone on walks around, like, nice neighborhoods, like, $1 million+ homes.
Aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil on the windows.
I love Alaska. All right, so what do you do with the last one?
Okay, so here's why I think that I need another one.
Well, let's hear it.
I think that I need to tape something this way.
Okay.
Because when we have the fan in the window, when it's a hot night, we put the fan in the window, and the 3 work fine, and then I just have to deal with the light coming in from the fan. But this doesn't quite cover. So I put it this way so that it does, but then there's that gap. So it's okay. But when
This is so funny to me. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying this. Because this is, just so you know, this is the ridiculousness that I live with. This is what I deal with.
Okay, so then I pull this down, and it keeps them in place.
Okay. So now, close it up, and I'm going to turn off, I'm going to close the door behind me, and I'm going to turn off the light. Look at that.
So, once our eyes adjust, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of light out the
Where?
top. Out the top.
No, there is not.
Yes.
I'm turning the light on.
I am telling you, when I woke up at 2:30 this morning, before I went back to sleep, I was like, oh, there's still a little bit of light. But it's not much. It's not much, which is why I want that second piece. I think that second piece attached to that sideways piece will be the cure for that. But
so every morning, we have to take your janky foam core window blockers out, and then every night we have to...
But here's why I wanted to do the foam core
Let me
and
hear.
not aluminum foil.
Yep.
It's literally just taking them down and then we sit them in front of the window.
No, I get it. I understand. I appreciate that you wanted something that could be put in there and taken down.
Right.
So that I can still have light and we don't live like vampires.
Correct.
I just think it's hilarious. I think the whole situation is so funny.
And you know what's funny is I plugged in my Nook last night and the light showing that it's charging was very bright and I had to like cover it up with things on my bedside.
That's okay, just so you guys know. That's how sensitive she is. If I have something on my nightstand that has that the charging light, she's like, "Hey, can you turn that over or can you put something over it?"
It's like the thing is I wish that it wasn't like that.
That makes 2 of us.
I've tried to just like ignore it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to go to sleep with the sun shining in my eyeballs. I can't do it. I just don't sleep.
You know what's really funny though? And this is like the humor of God. I'm the exact opposite. I could go lay down outside in the sun and fall right asleep.
You could have somebody with like a flashlight in your eyeballs and you'd just be like...
I'd be like, oh, I think I'm going to go to bed right now. Yeah, I would, if, in fact...
It's also really funny to me that you're always like, I'm not very tired. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to sleep. And like 2 seconds later, you're...
I don't know what you're talking about. That's just a lie.
It's every night. You're like, I'm really not very tired. I might go for a drive.
That never happens.
I'm like...
Okay, listen, vampire. This is about you, not me. Okay, so...
I need to sleep in a coffin. This is what I'm telling you.
We're not buying you a coffin. So, there's Sherri's...
Look, you can't even tell from this side.
You can't... to be fair, I couldn't tell before.
No, I'm just... You can't tell how janky it is behind it. It's just very nice curtains.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Wonderful. You're ridiculous. So friends, there you go. Thursday night in the Legg household. Everything from... It's very exciting. Everything from quick steak salad dinners to tackling laundry and dishes to Sherri's window cover. Here's the thing.
Beautiful.
Window covering. What if somebody sees this video and like contacts Sherri and wants to trademark this and Sherri becomes like a billionaire off of the thing that I mock her? That's how the universe works. That probably will happen. Like this thing that I'm just like, oh, why do we have to do this?
I'm not sharing my money.
Oh, you're not gonna. If you sold something for $1 billion, you wouldn't share your money?
I would give you $5.
Did you guys hear that? She said she'd give me $5. If she sold something for $1 billion, I'm not gonna lie though. So here's the thing: Sherri's a middle child. The fact that she would even give me $5 kind of surprises me because middle children do not part with things easily.
You know where I store my cash and you keep pilfering it.
I do. Sherri has this little thing on top of her dresser where she keeps cash in. To me...
How much is in it right now?
$0 because I took it all. Here's the thing. This is the difference. Sherri's a middle child, so she has this like hoarding mentality about like, I want things that are mine. I am a unique situation because I'm the youngest, but also my brother's 13 years older, so I'm kind of an only child. So I would argue, the best and worst traits of both. So I assume everything is everybody's. Like, I just think if she orders a meal, I assume that I can have bites. And I would, the exact same thing. Like, when I order something, I would want her to have bites. I would want her to be able to go in my wallet and take my money, all that kind of stuff. It's all of ours. Everything is just communal. She's going to get my wallet right now because there is cash in there. You're taking my money.
You took my cash.
And now my cash is gone.
Okay, I had 20s, sir.
I have ones. I have like $3.
Rude.
That's a fair trade. Okay, so there we go. This is the constant battle in the Legg household, ladies and gentlemen. You guys got a unique peek into our life tonight. Sometimes it's ultra luxury cruises. Sometimes it is going to Denali and staying at Princess Lodges. Sometimes it's bickering over me stealing Sherri's cash and her creating janky looking things to stick in our windows.
It's beautiful.
What is?
Our window coverings.
The window coverings are not beautiful. Friends, we love you so much. We need to end this video now. We'll see you guys on the next LeggLife video.